Hi guys, welcome back, and thank you for entering my lady cave where we believe self-care is more. So today we're going to get straight into what self-care is and what self-care means. I actually looked up the definition of self-care on an online dictionary, and so I'm going to read that, and then I'm going to provide what my meaning of self-care is. Um, so, on the dictionary that is online, it says the practice of taking action to preserve or improve one's own health. And under that, it says the practice of taking an active role in protecting one's own well being and happiness, in particular during periods of stress. So, there you go. There's the definition of self-care. And as you can see, it's kind of broad. It's not specific. That is what it is. However, we need to get down to what it is, if you know what I mean. So there's the definition. And so let's get into what I believe self-care is, what self-care means to me. Okay. So self-care is, like I said, more, much more than the basic things that people tell us to do. Okay, the exercising, the sleeping well, the eating well, taking a day off of work. Okay, while all of those things are well and fine and they help us and they work, they're proven to work, they're proven to help, that's not it doesn't stop there. Okay, it continues. And so I'm going to get into what I believe it really is. I believe self-care is self-love. Okay, if you do not love yourself, that's not taking care of yourself. If you struggle with loving yourself, you're going to struggle with a lot of things. And if you are struggling, you are stressed. And stress on your body is not taking care of yourself. All right? So self-care is self-love. Self-care is loving yourself. Okay, and we're going to dig deeper into these things. This video is just kind of giving you a base of what I believe self-care is. Okay, what is the more that I'm talking about? Okay, and so that's what this video is about. All right, so self-care is finding error in your life and being open for a healthy change. Okay, we tend to run into problems and continue running into the same problem and continue running into the same problem. And sometimes we don't learn the first time or the second time or the third time or the fourth time or the 100th time. Okay, and notice that I'm saying I am not placing judgment. I am learning in life and I make the same mistakes. All right, however, actually identifying those problems, the error in your life, identifying that is a step in the right direction. It's a step to actually taking care of yourself, to know what the problem is. When you know what the problem is, you can take steps to find a solution. You can take steps to find how to solve that problem. You can take steps to reach out and get help so that that problem can be resolved or helped or fixed or whatever. Okay, other than staying in that problem. So identifying that problem or that error and being open to change, a healthy change, is taking care of yourself. Okay, if we continue to get stuck in the problem, we're going to continue to have problems. That's not taking care of ourselves. If we continue to if we continue to stay in the problem, we're going to continue to have issues. We're going to continue to struggle. We're going to continue to bump our heads. We're going to continue to run into the same walls. That's not taking care of ourselves. So self-care is identifying the error in your life and being open to a healthy change. Okay? Once we are open to a healthy change, we can find something to help us not get stuck in the problem, but try to find a solution to our problem. Okay? When we do that, we are taking care of ourselves. We are taking steps forward and not taking steps back. All right? And I'll get more into that. But that's just another thing of what I mean about self-care being more. Self-care is having fun. Okay? Self-care is having fun. Who wants to live a life where there is no fun? We want to have fun in life. That's taking care of yourself. Fun, being attracted to something, being engaged in something that you like, being happy and smiling, okay? That is self-care. If you are not doing those things, you are not taking care of yourself. When we tend to not have fun, when we tend to not bring fun in our life, what is the opposite of that? Think about it. What's the opposite of that? That's not taking care of ourselves. Self-care is finding new things and trying new things, okay? So sometimes we get stuck into doing the same things and it becomes boring, and then it's just like you have no extra outlets. It's just like, whatever, I'm just miserable and I don't want to do anything, and I'm just going to sit here and do the same things all over again. That's well and fine, but after a while, things become boring. And after a while, you have to spice things up. And after a while, you need to introduce yourself to the thought of new things, because new things can bring great things in life. That's how we continue to walk our path in life, is being introduced to new things, being introduced to new people, talking about new stuff, buying new things, okay? So trying something new, it can teach you something. Having diverse friends, that's trying something new. It can teach you something. Having friends that live in a different area, it can teach you something. Okay? Trying a new field of work, it can teach you something. Reading a book in an area that you may not like or never even thought to visit, it may teach you something. It may teach you that you don't like that. Or it may teach you that, I can take this and use this in my everyday life. However, it teaches you something. Throughout life, we have to learn. In order to learn, we have to try new things. We have to introduce ourselves to new things. So trying something new and being open to try something new is self-care. That's taking care of yourself. That's progressing in the right direction. What's the opposite of that? Think about it. Next, self-care is allowing yourself to feel. Allowing yourself to feel. Okay? I'm not going to get too deep into this subject because I'm going to have a video about this. However, I will say that everybody has feelings. Everybody feels something about someone, about something, about themselves. Everybody has feelings. And you know what? Everybody's entitled to have feelings. And so, and you know what? Everybody's entitled to have feelings. Okay? And so we want to make sure that we have the right to feel. We allow ourselves to feel. Don't hold back your tears. Don't hold back your anger. And what I mean by that, I don't mean go ahead and hit somebody in the face. What I mean is that Work through those emotions. Allow yourself to, don't hold it back. Don't hold it back. Allow yourself to feel angry. Allow yourself to feel happy. Allow yourself to be excited. Allow yourself to cry and feel sad. We have to experience those emotions to be able to communicate correctly. When we can't communicate correctly, we have a problem. Think about that. Allowing yourself to feel. If you don't allow yourself to feel, what's the opposite? Think about that on the other hand. It's not taking care of yourself. Self-care is caring for others. And I know that might sound a little weird. However, think about the people in your life. Think about, maybe you have a child, right? You have to care for that child. And when you do care for that child, and when you do take care of that child, how do you feel? How does that make you feel? You probably feel worthy as a parent. You probably feel good that you can provide your child maybe something that you never had. Or you can provide your child everything that they need. Or you can provide your child with love, or whatever that may be. Taking care of others is self-care because it makes you feel good. And then when you don't do it, or you choose not to do it, or you're in a situation where you won't do it, how does that make you feel? I know when I help somebody out, I feel good. I feel so good, okay? I feel wonderful. And I know that when I don't have that opportunity, like when the opportunity comes and I don't take it because of me not having it, or me not being in the mood for it, or whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, I may feel a sense of guilt or sadness. I may feel a sense of guilt or sadness. Self-care. So self-care is taking care of others as well. Yes, and I will get into this in another video, but that's just what I feel. That's another aspect of what it is, okay? Self-care is intaking positivity. Self-care is allowing yourself to love. Self-care is getting to know yourself. Self-care is dating yourself. Self-care is finding your interests. Self-care is finding your downfalls, finding where you make mistakes. Self-care is treating yourself. Self-care is finding a safe space. Self-care is finding that one or two or three people in your life that you can go to when things are rough. That's self-care, identifying that. Self-care is being able to reflect on your day, being able to reflect on your behavior. Self-care is love. Self-care is getting to know God. Self-care is getting to know God. Self-care is getting to know what His Word says. Self-care is wisdom. Self-care is knowledge, meaning we need to learn more. What are you intaking? Self-care is gaining more knowledge. Go out to get that knowledge. We have books, we have computers. Technology is the best thing that we can have right now. There are so many things out there that we can learn, that we can Google, that we can see on YouTube. There are so many things that we can look up, okay? And I'll get into that as well in a different video, because the things that I have, that I've intaked at myself, as far as knowledge and wisdom and things like that, I'm going to share those things. We get into that mentality where we don't want to share what we've learned because we feel like either somebody's going to take it from us, somebody's going to do it better than we do, and I don't know, we just get stuck. And I feel like that's not cool. Okay? And if you do it to each his own, I get you, I got you. You work hard for what you know. However, it's just not me. And so what I learned, I'm going to want to pass along to someone else so that they can learn it and that they can take it to where they would like it to be. Okay? Because when you get to know God, whatever's for you is going to be for you. And you will know that when you get to know God, when you get to know his word. Okay? You will know what is for you is for you. And what is for them is for them. So be a blessing to people. Self-care is being a blessing to people. Because when you are a blessing to people, you get blessings. That's taking care of yourself. You get blessings. And self-care is not being selfish. Self-care is saying, me too. Not me first. It's saying me too. It's including yourself. We get too stuck into taking care of everybody else and we forget to take care of ourselves. And so we have to remember that we need to sometimes take that pause. Self-care is taking a pause in your life and allowing yourself to take that pause, to get yourself together, to think, to write, to read, to sing, whatever that may be, okay? Whatever that may be, is taking certain pauses in your life to allow yourself that time, okay? So, I think I talked a lot in this video, and that's okay. I'll be doing a lot more talking. However, this is just my definition of what self-care is, and it's much more, much more. I can go on and talk in this video, but it's gonna be so long and you guys are gonna be so bored. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I split these things up. I'm gonna make sure that we have these things in videos so that it makes sense and it's not all over the place. However, I just kind of wanted to provide some more content and some more ideas around what I think or what I believe self-care is, and just kind of explaining more of what I mean by self-care being is more. And I feel like there's so many things. I sat and I asked myself, you know, what all can I connect to self-care? And it was like everything that I was thinking about, you can connect it to self-care. You can. Parenting. How can you parent if you don't take care of yourself? How can you be a wife if you don't take care of yourself? How can you be a friend if you don't take care of yourself? Okay? You have to take care of yourself. How can you work if you don't take care of yourself? There's a lot of things that we do on an everyday basis, and we are not taking enough time for ourselves. And what we are doing is we are driving ourselves into the ground. We have to take that time. I don't know what it is that you can do, but we're going to get into that. However, we have to find what it is that we need to do to take care of ourselves. Yes, outlets are wonderful, okay? And we'll get into talking about outlets, different outlets that you can take. But we'll also talk about that, how that can be unhealthy as well. So yeah, I hope you guys love this video. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, click the bell to turn on the post notifications so that you can be notified when I upload another video. Go ahead and comment, join the conversation. And honey, I will see you guys in the next video, okay? Let's be the solution and not get stuck in the problem. You guys have a wonderful and blessed and prosperous day.